capturing the ghost moment. Before I'm gonna tell you about the picture, I just realized that it's October, spooky season, and I probably best get reborn and find myself a costume more fitted for the occasion. So I also realized I don't particularly have proper Halloween outfits, so I'm trying to do the best I can. And after looking at what I have, I decided that I'm gonna go with a little nod to Sims 4 Raccoon that was in a rent pack. No, in businesses and hobbies, yes. So I'm trying to see also what else I can do to make my character to be a bit more fitted for autumn, and I've tried to put a scarf, but later I remove it because it was clipping, and from the back especially, so it was annoying me quite a bit. Okay, let's go to the world and start taking pictures today. I was, as always, just doing my daily candle run and trying to see if I can spot something, and leaving the days of Moonlight for later on, where obviously the final picture was taken. But first needed a little recoloring of my outfit so that it just blends a bit better. And as a reminder for those who are just starting watching, is that I go through stages when I get reborn. So I was a chibi, that means I've been a child, and now I am a teenager. So I'm trying to channel outfits that are not exactly well fitted to each other, as teenagers sometimes need some time to figure out what to wear. And so I started to take some selfies first, trying to maybe use that light so I have a bit of a light shine behind me, so I can choose something for my profile picture that would be changed each time I get reborn and have a new look. After that, I went further in doing the dailies, and then when I reached the location of the battle, which if you did the recent season, now we know so much better of what happened, and this world is now way more sad than it used to be. So I had the idea of trying to make a picture with the shield being broken and butterflies. So I tried so many options and tried to run around. And even though I have a vision in my head, I just couldn't find something that I liked. Now looking back, actually some of the angles were not as bad, but at that moment I was not satisfied with it. But butterflies were giving a quite nice background. So while I was doing it, this is speed up footage, so I spent a lot of time on this shot. Sometimes it happens, and while I was doing it, the butterflies disappeared. I took too long and they flew away. And that obviously just signaled to me, nope, if I am struggling that much, it means this is not the shot I'm looking for. So I still was trying to be determined and see what I can do, but eventually I gave up. And so while I was flying, I stumbled. It's not the first time that I see just a lone figure standing. It's not just in this world. Please tell me, somebody, what is happening? Is it a glitch? Is it a sign for a new quest? Or what is going on? So this is the proof that they exist, but you might not encounter them. They just sometimes appear and then disappear, and I still don't know what it is. So after seeing a ghost, I went and meditated, since it was one of the daily ones, and I wanted to share it in a photo, hoping again to take a picture. And I like how it's set. I like the different layers of buildings, and I thought like, oh, it's even nice that there's now a person in there. But I realized noticed that this sharp white light, I just can't do anything with it. Of course, if I was editing pictures, that would be a different story, but I don't. Okay, so the question was, what gift did you last share with others? Good question. I'm not sure what it means in terms of share, because I usually try to gift something to people that it's theirs and they will use it without me. Otherwise, I don't feel it's actually a present. But let me know if I misunderstood the question. And yeah, so I continued my photo journey, and I've tried to take a picture of the pattern. Again, wasn't really satisfied with it, but I still snapped it for future potential use. And then while I was again completing my daily quests and marking things, I came to Avery Village when I was foggy, and honestly this is my favorite time there. I always try to spend time if I come at this time because it's so beautiful in this foggy, misty scene. I really like the previous picture that I took, but here I also tried to maybe find another angle because again, the previous picture is a bit touristic and I'm trying very hard to avoid it, but still did not have my shot of the day, so I just collected a little bit more light and tried to reposition myself in another location. Thought maybe these decorations can be nice, but no, like I'm too small and too low. Here I think I ended up taking a picture just more like for a memory for myself of the meditation portal. It's not a great picture. And then when I was leaving, I was like, oh, it's cool. I can see one of the characters, but annoyingly the other one was standing there. So I was like, okay, maybe if I complete the quests, I will manage to get rid of them because now I've learned that they move, but they moved to even worse position. So I was like, okay, let me try to get all of them out and maybe they will all squid. But as you will see, did not work. I tried to obviously not complete the quest for this guy because he will definitely go away, but then I was like, doesn't work. So to ditch it, and then I was like, hold on a second. The bartender, after they turn off the lights, they come here. So it's like, let me try to catch them in this frame. So it's like, okay, while he is doing, I have time to prepare, do the zoom and everything, and just snap it. And I actually think this is a pretty fun picture, like very urban in a way. So I really like it. And then since I got reborn, I needed to collect the lights again for my cape. And so here, when I was collecting, it was like, let me try and see if I can get a nice picture. I think, again, the problem I have is that the objects, when they're too shiny and they're not the focal point, just does not work. And since my goal is not to edit the pictures and show you how the world is and what you can do with just camera without any other software, this is not an object that goes really well for my visions, and I almost forgot to collect it as well. And now finally to the part of the days of Moonlight. So again, I am obsessed with these colors, but I can't get any nice pictures of them. You can put the opacity lower and, well, not the opacity, the brightness lower and get more details on it, but then everything else disappears. So it does not really work that well. So I think like this was the last attempt to do the flowers and I will forget about them. If they are in a shot, cool, but other than that, no thank you. And so I was trying to go and see if I can have more shots of Pagoda from some angles. So here I think I've decided to have a picture of like a moon and a pagoda together, which is okay. Still not something that I would post or vote as the best picture, but it will be a good memory after all. And then after that, I thought, like, you see this bridge that is in the shot, that it's also like a cool frame, so maybe I can do something with it. But again, flowers, yes, but nothing particularly interesting as an object of a photo. Even though I like taking landscapey type of images, and we already had in previous days some of them featured, but I think it's not my strongest suit, even though the game is very heavy with it. So I was like, okay, let me try to see then this flower pattern, maybe I can do something with it and with the columns, but you can't really be directly at the bottom and face directly up. So I was like, okay, let me try something else. The hack where you sit down and then pick up the camera allows you to just change a little bit of your angle or perspective. Sometimes it's helpful. So I thought I would be able to get like a moon with the table, but that wasn't working. And I wanted to take a picture of a moon. And this way I discovered that you can leave a message for your loved ones that passed away. So I did one of the messages for the person I was very close to, and unfortunately they passed away a few years ago, and it was nice to leave them a message. So after this very moment, I decided, okay, then I will go to the moon part of this area and see if I can take more pictures there. Oh yes, actually I forgot that before that I tried to take a picture of the lantern, but it disappears in the view, so you don't really get to take a picture. And however, I think in other pictures I tried to make the little paper boats were visible, so maybe it's just another glitch or these specific lanterns don't work. So I snapped a picture of the moon, and here we go, we're gonna move to the Moonlight part. And also, just to preface, the next video, the future video, will be all about the bunnies and the bunny on the moon, so stay tuned for that. Here I still wanted to explore more of like details of this world and different vibes. I really like the color combination. It's not a great picture, but looking at it, something like satisfies me, and all the like colors and blinking. I like a lot, you know, the projectors that project stars and lights on the ceiling, and this gives me that similar vibe. And so I was trying to see if I can take the pagoda as well into the shot. And here I wanted to point out, do you see the flower is empty? There's nobody in that flower. And at this very moment, I was walking around, I wasn't really paying attention to you, but please, you guys, pay attention. For now, it is empty. And like there was a person there, and there is another one that's gonna come. But again, I even slowed down the footage. They leave, they don't stay, and then right very second, I lower down the camera, and there is somebody sitting in the flower. I was like, what? I was like looking up, trying to figure out, do I not see the person in the viewfinder? But they're clearly there, but this is supposed to be the reflection. How is it possible? So I took a picture. I was like, okay, I'll take a picture of the top. So I have a visual proof that it happened, that this ghost or whoever they are, they're over there. And I tried to investigate it. I was like, okay, I'm standing here. You see my reflection, but they're there. If somebody knows the trick of how it was done, I was trying to fly on a roof. I thought maybe there is like, you go somewhere I didn't know of. I also tried to kind of like go lower. Can't do it. Do you do it with specific objects or something? No clue. I even tried to fly on the roof and see, but couldn't see it. So yeah, that was a cool picture. And after that I was like, okay, I just want to probably end for today, and this music was a perfect opportunity to finish. So thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. I'm very new to YouTube scene, so would be happy to see you here in the comment section and see those who love playing Sky. See you next time. Bye bye.